Today I'll be checking out the brand new Izadi EP that came out on DOCILE today, titled Hypnotic. Now I only know Izadi from their Blank Space collaboration, Jefferson Steel Flex, on Blank Space's Analyze EP that was released earlier this year, and I love that track, so I'm excited to see some solo Izadi. The first track is called Third Eye Funk. Let's get into it. I'm really curious what their style's gonna be because man, Jefferson Steel Flex was a banger, so this is definitely a new artist that I've really never heard before besides that song. Ooh. This intro is lovely. Oh. Alright, we're getting into the build-up. There's like some trumpets going on. I'm excited to see what this sounds like. What the heck? Yo! I didn't expect this to be focused on like... I didn't expect there to be so much musicality. Those trumpets are so good. Did like Big Gigantic co-produce this or something? Because this slaps. Yo, the execution on this track is amazing. Holy crap, I expected that drop to go way heavier. I mean, it was still heavy, but wow. It was incredibly straightforward. And also this mid section again with that same melody is beautiful. Those trumpets, I didn't expect that to be such a vibe. That was incredible. Okay. Well, this is definitely a promising opening track for the rest of this Hypnotic EP. Man, that was amazing. Alright, second drop. I'm excited, and these trumpets just rile me up. Here we go! Oh, that fake out's so good. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're getting a little more rhythmy. I feel like the sound's deeper, a bit more metallic sounding. Yo, we got some more instrumentation. Oh man. I don't think it's a real trumpet. I think it's like MIDI trumpets, but that still sounds amazing. What a great intro. I'm excited to check the rest of this out. Next track is the title track, Hypnotic. But yeah, Third Eye Funk was incredible. Wow. That's such a good name for a song too, Third Eye Funk. But I'm curious. This is the title track, so the song kind of represents the entire EP. Ooh, we're getting into some heavier stuff. It's got like that same sort of glitchiness like Veer. Oh yeah. Man, I love the melodies that Izadi's using on each track so far. They really bring you into that atmosphere and kind of the world of the songs. The intro really pulls your attention, and I think it's awesome. This intro's pretty long, but there's a lot of variety in it, and I think it works perfectly. This build-up has so much energy, it's unbelievable. Okay. Well, this and the last track is it's kind of like basically quarter note rhythm, but there's a lot of variety. It's very interesting, and that sustain bass is great as well. Like, I don't think it's generic, bland, boring quarter note rhythm, but it still works. I feel like there's a story to Third Eye Funk and this song so far, and maybe there's probably some sort of story throughout this whole EP. I don't know if I'm going way too deep about DOCILE Roundtable EP, but you know, it's great, and the production on this is great. The mixing is great as well. It is a little similar because it's like the same pattern to Third Eye Funk, but I still really enjoyed that a lot. And this intro again, like, shout out to Izadi's intros because they have so much energy. That That re-space there in the second half there. Wow. It's got like some butte noise sounding drums almost. It does feel a little jungly. Oh man, this build up. Holy crap. Yo! We got a pattern change. See, it's not just quarter note rhythm. Let's go. Okay, I love this part too. I think it sounds great. And the sustain, I like the sustain a lot as well. I think it's executed well and it's not too loud or quiet. Wow. What a great track. Third Eye Funk's still my favorite, but Hypnotic is a close second, because geez Louise. This is a fantastic EP so far. Next track is Docile. Let's go. That was a good transition. Alright, Izadi with Docile. Got that sound effect. It sounds like a telephone. A lot of bass artists use it recently. This intro is a bit more trappy. I like the drums. The vocal samples that Izadi's using is really good, and this build up once again has so much energy. Okay, how is this gonna drop? Yo! Holy crap! This is way heavier, and I didn't expect this to still be, oh my gosh, okay, there's a lot going on. But I did not expect, the main sound design to still be melodic. This is probably the heaviest one, but the sound design is still way more melodic. And I love that little, reference to, that Murata song by Murata, with a Drop It Like It's Hot sample, as well as the Taco Bell sound effect. I mean, you gotta have a little bit of memes in your dubstep sometimes. I love these drums here. The percussion in this song is beautiful. That re-space, holy cow. I have no complaints about this EP so far. Like, I had high expectations just from a song that Izadi did with someone else that I knew more. Like, that says a lot about the artist itself. Okay, cool fake out. Oh man. Wow, this is amazing. I love that. Those two samples, the Murata and the Taco Bell sample, work so well in that drum fill. Man, this could be like the best Disciple Roundtable EP this year. Like, seriously, it's so good. I need to follow Izadi on everything. Follow his SoundCloud. Follow their YouTube. Just everything, because wow, I'm loving everything from this. Alright, next track is DFWM. Got another really brooding re-space. Man, I love those like more higher frequency noises happening in the background. It's really painting like a setting, like you're in some sort of underground laboratory and there's like electricity going off. What? This melody, this synth? I love how ominous and dark this one sounds so far. Okay, first drop, here we go. I am so excited to see what this is gonna sound like. Alright, here we go. First build up. Ooh! It's a lot more bouncy than the other ones. I love that clap. That is a good clap. I wish there was a little bit more impact on the clap though. And I think the build-up was probably the weakest one we've had so far. It was still good, I just preferred the other build-ups better. Okay. Bit of a short drop, but it wasn't bad. I thought it was still really good. The percussion's great. I don't know how many times I've said that, but it is. I feel like I'm just slowly drooling over each track that Izadi has on this EP. Alright. Here we go. Second drop. Let's see what it's like. That mid section didn't really have that much going on. It was a little empty, but let's see what this is like. Oh yeah. Okay, this is kind of a very similar switch up that they had in Docile, but it still works well. Yeah, I'd say this is the most straightforward track so far. I still really like it, but it's probably my least favorite off this so far. Because I gotta say, the first three were super goated, and this just kind of feels like, I still like it, but it's not as amazing as the other three. But we have one more to go. This is FORESIGHT, and it's in collaboration with BRUNCHBEATZ. Now, I've heard a couple of BRUNCHBEATZ music through Subsidia Dusk and Night, and I think Dawn, like those compilations. BRUNCHBEATZ is okay. Has made some stuff I like, made some stuff I don't like. So, let's see what this collab with Izadi's like. This vocal sample's cool. Okay, this is a very strong build-up. I like it. I like the vocal sample looping over it. I think it's working. I think it works really well. Whoa. What is this fake? Holy crap! It's a lot more lasery than I thought. But it's probably, I think that's more a BRUNCHBEATZ sound. That fake out was so long. I don't know how to feel about that sustain. It's a little quiet and it doesn't really work. Okay, I'd say this is my least favorite. Honestly, BRUNCHBEATZ is usually super hit or miss for me, unfortunately, and that second half of the drop was a little empty, and the main drop overall was kind of underwhelming to the very strong intro that there was. I just don't think it was as impactful, so yeah. I'd say this is my least favorite. I don't know if I'd add this one to my playlist. I think I add the first 4 tracks to my playlist. But, yeah. Not too sure about this one, Chief. But let's see what the second drop has to offer. Good fake out, though. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. It's too empty, and I feel like it's too focused on the high end. Because that sustain bass is a little grating on the ears, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it's way too messy for me, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that one. But overall, this entire EP was good. I'd say the only downside was the final track, FORESIGHT. Definitely my least favorite. I don't think I'd really return to that one. But overall, fantastic. Like, I had high expectations for this Izadi EP, and it delivered 4 out of 5 for me. That's 80%, so that is 100% a pass. I loved every track except FORESIGHT. I think my favorite has got to be Third Eye Funk. That was such a good opening intro, and I didn't expect this track to be more melodic than I thought it would. I thought it would be really, really heavy. I mean, there were times where it was, but I didn't expect a lot of musicality in this because there wasn't a lot of musicality in Jefferson Steel Flex, but that was probably more of Blank Space's influence because Blank Space's sound design doesn't really have that much musicality, but overall, an incredible EP. I definitely am going to want to check out more Izadi, and I'm looking forward to see what else they have coming up in the future. So let me know what you thought of this EP down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.